Hey there, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our climb through the Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. First of all, happy Tuesday, folks. One more day before the DLC comes out, and I am excited. You guys have no idea. I am going to try to resist the urge to playing, but I will be here to record, so I might know what the DLC does tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see what happens when I get off of work, and I don't really feel patient enough to wait. But we'll see. So we made a couple changes to the team. Yesterday's battles was, I wouldn't say like a wake-up call, but my strategy definitely fell through. So the basic strategy that I had was so that Chien-Pao was faster than Fluttermane. That hasn't changed. As you can see, Fluttermane is still set to Modest, Chien-Pao is still set to Jolly. We want to do as much damage as possible. I did change moves on most of my Pokemon. So I have Spirit Break and Thunder Wave on Grimmsnarl. I have Earth Power on Torkoal. I now have Sucker Punch instead of Ice Shard, and I kept Ruination because I still wanted to use the strat from using Fluttermane. But I also gave Fluttermane Moonblast instead of Mythical Fire because I'm not having much good luck with that. Serena hasn't had any changes yet, but we may. And I put Scary Face on Tornadus. After watching, in fact, listening to the Pittsburgh regionals, I have noticed that a lot of Pokemon are changing quite a bit. A lot of people are using Urshifu. Some use goggles for Urshifu, and so it's like, okay, I kind of want to see where everyone's going with on this end. Some use Landorus with the scarf. I currently have mine with the assault vest, and I'm going to be building a team around that in a little bit. So I think I would like to see how that team goes tomorrow when I finish it tonight. But in today's video, we'll go back with our original team, but I can tell you that I'm already thinking about changing Chien-Pao and Fluttermane for something that's completely different. Also, the fact that I just want to see how it is tomorrow. Tornadus, besides having Scary Face, is on the verge of having his Terra changed to Dark. That way I don't have to worry about anyone hitting me with Prankster moves. Anyone that's Dark doesn't get hit by Prankster. So that's cool. So there's that, and I think that's all that I'm willing to change for now. If things go out well, then we will make more changes after that, but that's what that is. I haven't changed any IVs or EVs. Hopefully when the DLC drops tomorrow, we can have an easier time changing EVs. I'm running out of berries for switching out the Pokemon so often, so we're hoping. The only option I have is to literally catch multiple copies of the Pokemon and then just hoping for the best. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into our matches for today, shall we? All right, our first match is ready to go. We've got Heatran, Urshifu, Hisuian Goodra, Rillaboom, Galarian Moltres, and Landorus. Okay, so it's a good thing that we brought in, Earth Power. And I changed Air Slash to Bleak Wind Storm. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but I did go back to Bleak Wind. I do like having spread moves and physical moves, especially if that move seemed to miss quite a bit. And I'm like, why? So we're going to move in with, they're probably going to open up with Rillaboom or Landorus. And if it's going to be Landorus, I want to go like, they don't have anyone for Trick Room. Fortunately, I don't have anyone with fake tears either. That would be really, really helpful. So I have someone with fake tears and then have someone come up with just like hitting, just applying pressure immediately. We're going to go with Tornadus and Chien-Pao to start. We'll go on with Fluttermane and Torkoal after that. Chien-Pao's items are probably going to change with the drastic changes I have for him and Fluttermane, just because of the fact that I just want to see how it would do if I did it this way. And I think that's what I'll do for the series, is like once I build a team, I will kind of leave their EVs alone. So they open up with Landorus and Goodra. I'll leave their EVs alone, but I will change the items out to see if I can make any like drastic changes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and taunt the Goodra, and we're gonna protect. I'm gonna Ice Spinner. Oh, Terra's bad. My Terra's bad. I'm gonna Ice Spinner the Landorus. It might come out with Rock Slide, but we'll see. taunt the Goodra. So now no shelters can come out. Ice Spinner goes right into that lander slot. It is -1. So it's, oh, it still gets the one-hit KO. It is ×4 weak against ice. And yep, that was shelter. No shelter for you, my friend. No shelters for you. Okay, here comes Heatran. Okay. Got Bleak Wind. Oh, I mean, is that going to be enough? I think Qian Pao needs to get out. Absolutely. Well, I could change the typing now. Bleak Wind. Change the typing. And we'll Ruination the Heatran. We're going to change the typing for Qian Pao. We use Ruination on the Heatran, which is going to drop its HP by half. We're also going to prevent Body Press to do a lot of damage to Qian Pao, so no more one-hit KOs. Ruination, we're going to drop its HP by half. Bleak Wind, it's going to do a little bit more damage. So now if it's leftovers, it's not going to do a whole lot, and we're going to drop the speed. So Heavy Slam does very little to Qian Pao. Heat Wave will also do very little to Qian Pao. Oh, actually, never mind, I lied. That did a lot of damage. And he lost some HP due to Life Orb. And Goodra has the leftovers. Gotcha. Now we'll bring out Torkoal. Bring out the Drought. Scary Face on the Heatran. And we'll Earth Power the Heatran. So what you gonna do now? You can Protect. He's not. Scary Face. Drop his speed 2 stages. So he's already got -3 now. Heavy Slam. Hits Tornadus for a lot. Earth Power on. Ooh. I thought I was faster. Even with the -3 speed, he still outspeeds Torkoal? That's weird. I'm gonna have to look for the calc for that. -3 and he still outsped Torkoal. That's amazing. Alright. Now we'll bring out the Fluttermane. Cool thing is I got everything set up for photosynthesis, so now this should hurt quite a bit. Problem is it? Goodra's no longer taunted. So I think that's going to be the next thing I do is taunt the Goodra. I mean, Shadow Ball isn't that bad of a choice, right? Yeah, I'll hit the Heatran. They're gonna tear now? Oh, just barely. So at -3 speed, depending on what it is, it's 38. Torkoal's 23. Just barely. All right, Goodra, Terra to Flying. That seems like the good choice for Pokemon now. If they're not Terra Water, it's Terra Flying. Well, Terra Flying, Terra Steel, Terra Water, Terra Fairy. Those seem to be the ones. But now Tornadus is not going to do a whole lot of damage. So we are basically out of here. 1v3, it's not a good matchup. But at least the concept is there, right? Maybe Heatran wasn't the best one to use it on, especially for Torkoal, but it was an option. All right, next matchup, we've got pretty much an ice team. I like it. We've got Glasteria, Frostmoth, Glaceon. I think that's Uxie. I might be wrong. Might be Mesprit. I'm not sure. It's one of the pond Pokemon or the lake Pokemon. Bombasnow and Citan, the slush mush Pokemon. We're gonna have to deal with some type of weather war, and I think we're gonna have to maybe deal with Trick Room as well, which I think that's why that Pokemon is there. If that's what we're gonna have to deal with, then they're gonna have to deal with a lot on my end, which is going to be Torkoal, Fluttermane. We'll get those two started off first. We'll bring in Grimmsnarl for the aftermath, and I kind of want to bring in Serena, but Serena's probably going to be a terrible choice in this fight. But she does have Terra Steel, and she does have, I mean, I don't have Fire. I do have Fighting Move though. I don't see anyone with priority on that team though. Sure, why not? We'll bring in Serena. It's probably a terrible choice. I should most likely bring in Qian Pao because he's gonna get a boost, but if I'm playing the Weather War, they're not gonna be able to take advantage of that anyway. I didn't want to bring in Tornadus at all, but just because the fact of it's not gonna matter. Although if I did teach him Sunny Day, it would really be good. It's Mesprit, shiny Pokemon, so Mesprit and Citan. Drop comes out. It's probably a good call, just in case if it was like a weather, if they do have Abomasnow in the back, they can now swap it out to something else. But I'm gonna go off with Eruption and Shadow Ball right off the bat with the Mesprit. Swap it out. Here comes Abomasnow, which is gonna give. It's also a shiny. Here, yep, Snow Warning. It's gonna give Slush Rush a good first money. Here it comes the Terra. To that Pokemon, do Terra Ground. Okay. Okay. Here comes the Earthquakes, I guess. Yep. Knocks out the Fluttermane for sure. Doesn't necessarily knock out the Torkoal, but the Eruption isn't going to do as much damage as it could. Does not knock out the Abomasnow though. Alright, so we'll bring in Grimmsnarl. Tag out Torkoal. And we will do Thunder. Well, Thunder Wave doesn't do anything to him anymore. He's ground. We'll do Reflect. Because with Slush Rush, I have to worry about. They're doing the same thing that I'm thinking of doing. And I believe they have Levitate, so they're not going to get hit with anything. That is Life Orb, so it's not like it's gonna. Here comes the Earthquake. Levitate doesn't hit the Mesprit. Grimmsnarl barely hangs on with a crit. Serena holds on pretty well as well. Let's go ahead and do Power Whip there. I'm going to Thunder Wave there. Thunder Wave missed. Ice Spinner goes right into Serena. A little bit of damage. And Blizzard. And that was my fault for not bringing in Tornadus. I thought I had a good strategy until they literally did the snow team. They're gonna swap it out. There's no way that I can really stop it. So we are, unfortunately, we're done here. It's 1v4. I didn't knock out any of their Pokemon, and Torkoal's too slow. And they're gonna outspeed me because absolutely he will. I should have brought in Chien-Pao. The only problem is if I would have brought in Chien-Pao, that open would have still been the same. Absolutely would have been the same. Chien-Pao would have gotten rocked by Earthquake. He would have held on to the sash, but that wouldn't have changed the outcome. Tornadus would have ignored maybe the first Earthquake, but he wasn't going to ignore everything after that. There'd be no way. All right, next match is up. We've got Articuno, Rillaboom, Heatran, Sylveon, Grimmsnarl, and Tornadus. So I do have two people that could have Tailwind, and we might need to bring in our own Tornadus for this, but that is two options that we have. Heatran, Sylveon. I don't have anyone with poison really, so that's going to be very, very interesting to come across. Fluttermane can knock out Grimmsnarl pretty easily. Can also take out Tornadus as well. We'll bring in Tornadus, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao. Two possible fake out users with Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl. I don't think that's going to be the case though. I don't think so. And I'm going to probably try to waste one. I'll bring in Torkoal. I'll leave Grimmsnarl alone for now, but I'm definitely going to bring in Torkoal so I can maybe get a chance to beat Heatran. Okay. We've got Sylveon and Tornadus on their side versus my Tornadus and Fluttermane. Okay. So I'm max speed. I could taunt their Tornadus and try to prevent them getting a speed boost, or I can go for the speed boost and not worry about it. I think I'm going to go for the speed boost. Or I'm sorry, I'm going to stop them from getting the speed boost. And then I'm going to Thunderbolt Tornadus as well. Taunt. Do you have Herb? You have Herb. Okay. It's going to get the Tailwind off. Oh, it's going to taunt me instead. All right. Thunderbolt. Knock him out. Leaving the Sylveon by himself. Hyper Voice. Does a lot of damage. Here comes Throat Spray. No Throat Spray. That's just basic Sylveon Pixelate. Wow. Articuno's out next. It's another Tailwind user. Bleak Wind, and I will continue Thunderbolting the Articuno. Here you go. And zappity zap zap. 2/3. Should say 3/4. And Articuno goes down. So Sylveon dodged Bleak Wind Storm, which is great, but here comes the Hyper Voice. It's probably Spect, since it hasn't really done anything else. So Spect Hyper Voice is really, really dangerous. It's like, I would know. I do have something along those lines myself. I'm really thinking about doing Choice Band for Chien-Pao and like maybe locking into like Sucker Punch. Ooh, Heatran. That's dope. We're going to lower down the defenses, bring out the Drought, and I'm going to change the Terra for Chien-Pao. And then I'm going to hit Ruination on the Heatran. And I'm going to Earth Power it. I don't think they used the Terra yet, but I'm definitely using mine just because of the fact that I do not want to get one-shotted by either one of these Pokemon. My Dark typing is terrible for Sylveon. It's also terrible for, or my Ice typing is terrible for Heatran. They're also going to Terra. Here we go. It's the Sylveon. And you make it fire. It's good because you want to prevent the eruption bursts. Look at the damage from there. Ruination misses. Come on, Ruination. Oh, Earth Power. On the Torkoal first. Hyper Fort. Oh, well. Still down to 1 HP. Are you kidding me? Oh. How much would Sucker Punch would have done? I just want to see. I just want to see. Like, they got this. Like, I had every ounce of confidence, and then Heatran comes out. I shouldn't say I keep forgetting. It's like, I know Heatran outspeeds Torkoal. I know that. I don't... Oh, Heatran's gonna protect. Okay, well, Sucker Punch ain't gonna do nothing. Sucker Punch ain't gonna do nothing. Like, it's gonna make any difference. Half a voice. That's Spec Sylveon, though. That's Spec Sylveon, though. I can't. Ugh. All right. So we might have to make a more drastic change than I thought. Even more drastic change. If I could get someone with Eerie Impulse, that would be great. But calcs for that is so weird. It's incredibly weird. All right, next match is up. We've got Tornadus, Gyarados, wow, Heatran, Ticketon, Rillaboom, and Glamora. I know what happened. I couldn't really do anything with Tailwind last time because I was worried about getting taunted. But it's not like I'm going to be able to do anything because that Tornadus is on the team and will most likely use Tailwind themselves. So I'm like, budge. What do I do? 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 I no longer have Ice Shard, so that's not going to make it a whole lot of difference. Tornadus, because I'm going to have to deal with their shenanigans over there. It'd be really helpful if I had Fake Out. I think this is the next thing I'm going to try is to bring in Fake Out. Bring in Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, and we'll bring in Grimmsnarl. They don't have anyone with priority that much. I mean, Rillaboom does have Fake Out, Ticketon does have Fake Out, but is that going to be enough to where I would need to bring in Serena? I don't think so. She does have moves that do go against them pretty well, but again, I don't think so. We shall see. Ticketon and Tornadus. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with Tailwind, and I'm going to protect here because Ticketon's probably either going to do a Fake Out or Ticketon Hammer, and I'd rather not get stuck with that right away. I'm also not protecting as much, so that's probably a big reason too. I should be protecting a lot more if I can. Fake Out goes into the Chien-Pao, so we did predict that. Tailwind on my side. Swagger goes into the Ticketon. Raises attack 2 stages. Cannot be confused due to own tempo. That's dope. But that's really, really scary. Taunt the Tornadus now. And I'm gonna... Wow, I can't do anything. I can Ruination to take a ton. I'm gonna get hit really, really hard, so I'm gonna Terra, Ruination, take a ton. That swagger to that Pokemon is definitely something that I have to be content with. So the Steel type isn't going to hit me for very much. She could also use Knockoff. But I'm going to be faster than her now. She's gonna Terra, or they're gonna Terra. And it's the Tornadus to steal. Why? Taunt. No herb. Ruination. Drops Ticketon's health by half. Bleak Wind. Does a little bit of damage. It's about half. Gigaton Hammer. Hits Chien-Pao for the rest. Here comes Fluttermane. Scary Face to the Tornadus. Actually, no. I'm gonna just attack. No, if never mind. I am gonna do Scary Face. Doesn't do anything. Shadow Ball instead. Scary Face. Drop his speed 2 stages, which is going to be massive. Shadow Ball will now go into Ticketon. It barely holds on. Are you kidding me? It's not even that. What? How does it barely hold on? That's so odd. Oh, it does have 105 special defense. That would make sense. So what am I doing wrong then? Why is this the way that it is? Here, be paralyzed for a minute. I have not passed this team. Like, I haven't seen the rest of the Pokemon in the back. I'm a little flustered by that. It seems really, really high. He's not spec'd. And it's not like he's... Thunder Waves! There's something off. And I believe it's my team. There's something off. Okay. Something's way off. I can already tell. It's like the meta has shifted to where it's like, okay, if I don't use Heatran, I'm not doing as well. And that might be the case. What's the speed for Heatran? 77? Torkoal's is 20. All right, our final match of the day has Fluttermane, Urshifu, Iron Hands, Tornadus, Cresselia, and Ursaluna. So we do have like kind of like a mixture here of maybe a Trick Room Tailwind team. So that's going to be very, very interesting. The thing that I might have to worry about the most is Ursaluna and Cresselia. Cresselia was a detriment in the Pittsburgh regionals. And I believe it's going to be a very much needed Pokemon here as well. So in this event, do have to think of what I would like to do. Fluttermane's, I don't know if that's Single Strike or Rapid Strike. Urshifu. Fluttermane's probably going to be fast. Iron Hands with the Fake Out. So I am missing a Fake Out user for sure. But I think my team is just like all over the place. So it doesn't really have like a main focus. I thought it was these two. And then it just seems to not work all the time. So that's where I'm coming at there. We'll open up with those two though, because I'm running out of time. And I should be bringing in Torkoal, but I'm not. Honestly, I'm at to the point to where I'm going to be making a lot of changes to the team now. And I will be trying to do that tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping to get this video edited out for you guys and put it up on the channel really fast so that I can get back to editing the team. Open up with Tornadus, Urshifu, Chien-Pao, and Fluttermane. That's a rapid striker, Shifu. Crapola. Okay. I'm only saying Crapola because I do have Tornadus, but I didn't start with mine, so a Tailwind is gonna make this an upset for sure. Sucker Punch the Urshifu. I think he's going to attack. I have full heart to think he's going to attack. Tornadus isn't. There's no reason to. You have an open where you don't have to worry about anyone knocking you out. I mean, you can get knocked out by Ice Spinner, so you are led with two options. You can either attack and risk being knocked out, or Tailwind and then knock someone else out. That's the appropriate option, Tailwind. So you boost Urshifu, and you are Surging Strikes Flutter Mane, which goes down in 2 hits. Saw that as an option, and now you open yourself up with Taunt. So, yay. Flutter Mane fainted. We're gonna bring out Grimmsnarl though. And I'm going to Thunder Wave the Urshifu and Protect here. Sucker Punch didn't do a whole lot to Urshifu, and I thought it was going to do, but it's not very effective, so it's like half the damage that it would have. So let's see what they pick. Protect. Thunder Wave. So even under Tailwind, he's going to be slower. Bleak Wind does not hit the Chi-Yu, but it will hit Grimmsnarl, unfortunately. Drops the speed. And Urshifu is paralyzed and couldn't do anything. Goody. Goody goody gumdrops. Okay. I think a Spirit Break and Ice Spinner is in order. Let's see if I can get myself out of this hole that I've dug myself in. Bleak Wind. A little bit of damage. Not enough to knock out. Drops the speed again, though. Ice Spinner over to the Tornadus. One hit KO. Close combat to the Chi-Yu. It's gonna knock him out. Not Chi-Yu, but Chien Pao. Drops his stats. Oof. This might hurt him a lot. Spirit Break. Boop. Not a one-hit KO, but could have been. He was -1 in defenses, but I doubt that that was going to be the case. Here comes Iron Hands. And Flutter Mane. Oh, yay. Bring up Tornadus. I do have a Terra, but I don't think it's really going to do anything. But I will Thunder Wave the Flutter Mane, and I'm going to... I mean, I'm probably going to get hit with Fake Out here. Who? I don't know. But that Wild Charge is also a problem. Terra Ghost, and we will hit the Bleak Wind. They're also going to Terra. It's the Flutter Mane. It's going to be Fairy. Ooh. Ghost type Tornadus. Fake Out goes over to the Grimmsnarl, which is totally fine. Lynch couldn't move Dazzling Gleam, which is going to knock out the Grimmsnarl. Oh, it almost knocks out Tornadus too. Man, 0-5, let's go. Bleak Wind misses both. I was kidding. I was kidding. No, we're out of here. No, no. I was kidding, Gabe. You didn't have to actually do that. Oh, that's dope. Wow, what a way to end an episode, right, guys? But I want to thank you guys for watching. Do the YouTubey things one more time. So leave a like on the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe if you're new. It does help out the channel, and it helps us get closer to our end of the month goal that I have, and a little bit more closer to the end of the year goal that I personally set up, just because I would like a YouTube plaque. That'd be awesome. And leave a comment down below, because why not? It helps me with the engagement on the channel. It also helps me get in contact with you guys and just chat and answer any questions that you guys may have. That's it. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow is the DLC, so I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited, and we'll be back. Till next time. Peace.